is WWE Hall of Famer Greg the Hammer Valentine, and you're listening to the WNS podcast, and don't forget it.
Incoming transmission.
You're listening to the official Wrestling News Source podcast. For all of your information, go to WrestlingNewsSource.com. Or find us on Facebook by searching WrestlingNewsSource.com or WNS Podcast. Now, here are your hosts, Daniel Herron, Tyler Hebert, and Doug.
That's right. What's up, everyone? I am Daniel Herron.
I'm Tyler Hebert.
I am Chikara.
And we welcome you to episode 143 of the official podcast for WrestlingNewsSource.com. For all of your information, go to WrestlingNewsSource.com. Check us out on Facebook, WrestlingNewsSource.com. You can find us on Facebook, WNS Podcast, on YouTube, WNS Video, and on iTunes, Wrestling News Source Podcast.
Move on, Chikara.
Fuck you.
If you want to follow us on Twitter, is at WNS Podcast, and for the main site, WN Source.
We're on Stitcher, so please go check us out on all those things.
Subscribe to us, and we would greatly appreciate it.
Yep.
There you go. So welcome to the show. Got quite a bit to talk about as our, our inner workings of how we're going to go to WrestleMania 30 next year begin to unfold. We're starting to get the plans ready. So if you're listening to this and you're planning on going to WrestleMania, let us know, and we're going to try and maybe schedule a time where we can all meet up somewhere and do something and hang out and have a good time. So yeah, if you're listening to this and you're planning on going, let us know. We would greatly appreciate it. But we do have some feedback from last week's episode from Ben saying, "Hey guys, just finished listening to the podcast, and I must say it's one of the funniest podcasts you guys have ever had. I was crying within the first 10 minutes. Doug, I know you said you tried to watch NXT on YouTube, but what I just do is go on Google, type in NXT Hulu Plus. Also, yes, I was the one with the Wrestling Nerd podcast. I was only able to do one episode due to recording issues, and I don't have the money to buy equipment, but when it can, the podcast will return."
Awesome.
Cool.
So there you go.
I've heard different things for NXT. I've heard that you can watch it for free on Hulu.
Yeah.
But on my phone, I've tried, I don't know if it's just the mobile version or whatever, when I type in for NXT and Hulu, it's like, oh, you got to sign up. I'm like, I can't watch anything on my phone.
Well,
I thought it was only on Hulu Plus.
No, it's not.
It's not.
Because I've read some people saying, oh, it's on. I mean, I've tried to find it on just Hulu. So
You can. Just go to Hulu.com, type in NXT in the
I'm going to have
search.
to do it on the
Type in
computer.
WWE NXT.
I'm going to have to do that on the computer instead of my phone, I think.
Yeah, because I watched some of, I guess, last week's
I would like to start watching.
Yeah, I watched some of it where Triple H came out and basically said that Dusty Rhodes lost his position and the new GM is going to be JBL. So,
Really?
Yeah.
I saw something, I don't know, it was a video recap or something about along the lines of Bo Dallas is the main champion or whatever,
Yes.
and like he's fighting Leo Kruger and Antonio Cesaro.
Well, his main feud right now is actually, or at least what it's seeming to build towards, is Sami Zayn.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. So pretty good stuff. Or at least that's where that episode concluded to lead me to believe. But, I could be wrong on that one, so you never know. So there you
I'd
go.
like to see him.
All right. So going to talk a little bit about Raw. We're going to talk about our BattleGround predictions coming up this Sunday. Completely snuck up on me. I didn't even realize it was this coming week. But we also have some Hot Topics Q&A as well.
It's weird. I mean, I think I got something to get used to, but it's weird to hear a new
Battlegrounds.
I don't know. The
Don't
name
know.
sounds. It's different.
And it's like, what kind of battleground is it? Like, is just, I guess, just a regular pay-per-view. Sort of like how they, had Backlash or, First
They
Blood.
could work it in, and it could be like a regular pay.
Nah, yeah, we don't need it. We don't need to be too gimmicky, I guess, because we have enough of those as it is. But we did kick off Raw with CM Punk coming out, cutting a little promo, talking about how he's unpredictable. You never know what he's gonna do, and he sooner rather than later he wants to get his hands on Paul Heyman. He'll eventually will. And then Brad Maddox came out and said, "Well, hey, I got to stop you there, and you're gonna be fighting with Ryback this Sunday. But if you want to fight now, I've got someone who will fight you." Turns out to be Big E Langston. So we kick off Raw with the first matchup, CM Punk versus Big E. But is there anything we need to go into as far as the promo itself? Kind of just passable.
I don't think so.
Yeah. Okay. So the first matchup, CM Punk going up against Big E, kind of just an odd pairing. They went with Big E because he's got the, quote, same physical build of Ryback. You know, they're both muscular guys. I thought this match was a good start. It was, like I said, it felt like an odd pairing, but it wasn't a bad match. It was a good showing from Big E Langston, especially showing his speed and that, you know, obviously he's a powerhouse. So you know, it was a good showing from Big E.
Well, they haven't been doing anything with him lately, huh?
No, Big E hasn't really been doing much of anything lately. So I guess this is sort of him getting back into the picture somehow. But yeah, so he went up against Punk, and but Punk was victorious in this one. What did you guys think about the matchup?
I enjoyed it. It was good to see him. I guess I'm not a. How do you say? I can't talk. Sorry. I'm impressed with him. I don't know what it is. I like him better than Ryback.
Yeah.
But he's grown on me, and
Okay.
I enjoyed the match though.
Okay. How about you, Doug?
I thought Big E looked pretty sharp. I think it was a fun little match, and it was totally fine. I don't feel like I have like a ton to say about it or whatever. I was preoccupied. I was being Chikara. I was trying to help the rest of the Chikara faithful get I Am Chikara trending, and I think some debate over to what degree we accomplished it, but I feel like everybody did their part, and it was a really cool, supportive fan base who worked together, who was all about like being into the product instead of shitting on it, and that's really cool.
Yeah.
And so
It'll be interesting to see what the future holds for Chikara.
yeah.
Speaking of shitting on stuff, that's something I want to point out. Not for Chikara or whatever, but I've noticed that I don't know if it was like not through the whole Raw, but like maybe it's like the half of it or whatever. But through like everything, I noticed that the fans were chanting "boring."
I only noticed that during one matchup, but
It was quite a few to me because I was like, really? They keep on doing this? And it was just then something would happen and get their attention, then they will stop. I'm like, I don't know. I didn't like that.
Interesting. But
You should be Chikara too. The fans are way less douchey.
Cool.
yeah. And I did feel like this Raw did have a lot of filler as far as, you know, some of the matchups. It was like, what was the point of that? What was the point of that? But, you know, it is what it is. But the next matchup we got to see Kofi Kingston going up against Fandango. You know, Kofi Kingston picks up the victory in this one. This was kind of a quick matchup. But, you know, Kofi ends up getting the victory. And then the Wyatt family comes out. They don't attack. And for some reason, they had a spotlight on Kofi so you could see where he was. And he had a chair in hand.
Getting prepared.
Yeah, he was prepared.
I guess that's their new. They're gonna go after Kofi. That's the next thing, I guess. I don't know, or they're just making a statement again.
I don't know. Well, what do you think? What do you make of it, Doug?
I still think they lack some focus. I think they're. It's certainly interesting, but I think they're just at this point just being like cryptic for the sake of being cryptic without a whole lot of direction. And I mean, I guess it's fine that they will just kind of focusing on taking people out one at a time, and that's totally fine. But I still feel like it lacks a general like push and a
Sort of a where are they going?
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I agree with you on that.
Unless they don't really. Hey, y'all are gonna do this for a while until something opens up. And
It's like you'll have a feud with Kane, and that's our big plan for you. So
I mean, I think it's fine to be like cryptic like that, but they don't seem to have a lot of direction with it.
yeah. But anyway, so the Wyatt's cut a little promo. Bray Wyatt cut a promo, and that was that. But backstage, we got to see Randy Orton going up to Brie and Nikki Bella, and Orton was congratulating.
Being all rapey and weird.
It was very creepy. Yeah.
I said rapey.
Oh,
He did
all right,
say
well,
rapey.
let's try
The
that.
Rapex Predator.
the rape.
Oh my god!
I like that.
Wow. So
I mean,
Hey,
I'm not
once-
making light of rape. I mean, that's not
No,
a
no,
joking
yeah,
matter,
yeah,
but
yeah.
like he
Understandable.
is a very sleazy guy in that way.
You don't want to see him in the alleyway.
Yeah, seriously.
Hey, why don't you give it a real man?
And if they're fusing Earth 1 and 2, where's JoJo in all this saying, hey, what are you doing and talking to her?
Oh, she's out of the picture.
I guess.
Yeah, we're on a hiatus, man.
Hiatus. Yeah.
Okay. So,
She's like floating in the void right now.
Now that we're in hiatus, it's okay to fuse Earth 1 and 2 to keep it,
But they did during this Raw.
minds.
They did show a clip.
Yeah.
For the next part of Total Divas about Daniel Bryan and the
We
Bella.
should have, you know what we should have done? Like before, we should have made predictions on the second half of the season before we went on hiatus.
About who's gonna get married in this one?
Well, we could have been like, oh, Brian and Brie are gonna get married, and Cena and Nikki are definitely gonna break up, and
Yeah, and they got the he gives her a contract.
I don't know.
Yeah.
JoJo or Eva Marie, one of them will be gone.
Looking like JoJo because she hasn't been around in a while. So
We predicted that though. We said one of them's gonna be gone by the end of the show.
Yeah, probably.
did you guys see the reports that they want something out of Eva Marie? They're like, oh, she's not that great in the ring, but we still want to give something. We still want her to do something. I would much rather than bring in a skilled wrestler who.
Well, they can just make her a valet.
Oh, dude, it's gonna be
Yeah.
totally like Tough Enough. Whoever wins. I mean, it's not. It's a
Whoever
reality
wins.
show.
It's not a competition.
It's not a competition. But what I mean is, like, it's gonna be probably like that. It's like they introduce two people, but still, at the end of that season, they're gonna be gone.
Whoever wins still loses.
These people, all the people who are like not happy about this Total Divas shit, get used to it. This is the wave of the future. You're not just gonna see it about divas. This is like alternate ways of getting people over and filling airtime. This is what they're gonna start doing. I mean, you might as well, learn to enjoy it.
Well,
Daniel secretly watches it.
nope, I don't. Don't.
Why are you so like? I mean, this doesn't have a whole lot of relevance right now. It has nothing to do with Raw. But why are you so against it?
Because I don't know. It's.
You're telling me you don't watch any trash TV that's just like mind writing?
I
This
do.
is like the best kind of. This is like pro wrestling meets that that amazingly awesome car crash TV that you want to watch.
But it would be like having an episode of Jerry Springer where the producers are backstage and saying, "Okay, here's what you're gonna say," and then you two are gonna fight for a little bit.
But only if they were also kayfabing. Even you know what I'm saying?
It's just I don't know. It's like I like the idea of seeing what people do behind the curtain,
They're still in character though.
but they're not. They're like
They
a
are,
different
but
character.
they are, but yeah, they're like a second.
and that's what I don't like because it's like,
Earth
it's like, are you Naomi? Are you Trinity? Are you Ariane? Are you Cameron? Like,
I'm Shanae.
who are you? It's just.
Well, there's Naomi, there's Trinity, and then there's Trinity. There's two Trinities, and then there's a Naomi.
Yeah, the one that her blurred cookie was hanging out.
It hurts. It's just
Can we come to agreement that Brian seems like the most well-adjusted person who's on the entire show?
Yeah,
He seems like the same guy like all the time.
yeah.
And that's not just my unabashed love for Brian.
The only thing that was different is that man could chop some wood. That's all I can say.
Yeah, that's bullshit. That was a work. So
Yeah.
Brian can chop all the fucking wood, okay?
Chop
all
down
the
all
wood.
the fucking trees.
That's another issue that I would have with the show is because you guys say that he can really do this, but according to the show he didn't. It's like why put up the facade if it's supposed to be their real lives? Why not have him do stuff like that? I know you're trying to create good TV.
Well, the same
but-
way that like any other reality show is a fucking work too. Like Jersey Shore, that's a work,
Don't even
bro.
get me started on that.
That's a work too. I mean, like all reality shows are work.
I saw 30 seconds of that show and it was on a commercial and I regret it.
The first season was pretty entertaining.
I watched a little bit of it.
I watched the first season of Jersey Shore. I mean, it totally like it was way too repetitive.
You
in
didn't
the
watch
other
after the
seasons.
7th season?
One shot, kid. One shot.
God. No,
But-
I don't know. I just don't like it. It's just
I think you like listening to our version.
I enjoy listening to you guys because you guys get so into it, and I like the fact that you got people turned on into the show. I'm just not interested in it. I don't know.
I'm gonna be honest. Whenever the whole season's over, I'm getting the DVD. I'm just saying.
I think it's like I think it's grade A trash TV, and I think it doesn't.
It's your guilty pleasure.
I don't think it's. I don't believe in guilty pleasures.
No.
I feel like don't be a pretentious asshole. If you like something, just say you like it. You don't have to be like cooler than thou. You can't. You don't have to pretend to not like something because you don't think it's cool or whatever. Just like what you like. I don't fucking feel guilty about liking it. I just like it. I just think it's like grade A trash TV. I mean, I just think it's not pretentious. It doesn't pretend to be something it's not. It just it is what it is.
But it does pretend to be something that it's not.
No, it doesn't pretend to be like highbrow TV. It's like it's lowbrow as it comes.
Interesting. Okay.
It doesn't pretend to have something important to say or anything like that. It's just like, hey, this is what it is, and that's what it is.
Okay. As long as they go into Brie mode. Right?
Hey. That night, a lot of cookies were shown, okay?
Cookies. So many cookies. So, so Orton was talking backstage to Brie and getting all creepy on her and trying to hit on her or whatever. But anyways, after that, we got to see the debut of Los Matadores. Olay. So, they went up against 3MB, Heath Slater, and Jinder Mahal.
They really hyped the entrance up. I liked it.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it was good as what they were saying it was.
With Torito.
Yeah. That was neat. I like that.
How about you, Doug? What did you think of the debut of Los Matadores?
I loved it. I thought it was awesome. Like I think it was like way better than I was thinking it was going to be.
I like the fact that they used the screen to have the bull, and that out of the bull's nose came the steam.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was pretty neat.
They went so over the top that they made it cool. Like if they had just come out in the outfits, people would have been like, "What the fuck," you know? But they went so kitschy, so over the top that it made it fun. You know what I mean?
And they went above and beyond with Torito.
Yeah.
Look, on the real, Masquerade of Dorada is better than all of the other four guys that were in the ring. They just put him in a fucking bull costume, but he is badder than any of those other fucking dudes. But but it was kind of awesome that he was a fucking bull. I was just like, okay.
They got him under a contract? Or?
I guess. I mean, I don't know. I guess they signed him to be the bull. But I hope they let him work some dudes because that would be awesome.
Hornswoggle. That'll be his first match.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not shitting on Hornswoggle, but Masquerade of Dorada is the real fucking deal. I mean, yes, he's a mini, but he's really fucking good. Better than anyone else in the
WWE
match.
had a mini division.
Yeah, I remember
that was exciting to watch. Just because they were fast.
Yeah. But I don't know. But I think they went so big with it that they knocked it out of the park. I mean, like, I don't know that. I don't know how much legs it has. I mean, it could be like another Brodus where it's like, yeah, that's really cool, but like, where are you going to go with it eventually? Like,
they're going to have that one feud with the Real Americans and that be it.
I mean, I still like, I'm not going to like backpedal. Like, I really liked Brodus when he came, but I mean, like, they just never did anything with it.
Yeah.
And I don't know how much legs this has, but for what we've seen, it was fun. It was certainly better than what I was expecting.
It's kind of a throwback to the older days of wrestling where they were more gimmicky kind of stuff.
Yeah, but they went but it wasn't just like, hey, these dudes were they didn't just come out and say, hey, we're fucking Matadors in these Matador costumes. They went like fucking big with it. They swung for the fences and they could have like whiffed hard and missed.
Yeah.
But to me, they hit it. I mean, like.
And I like the fact that for their finish, for their finisher, it was a tag move. Like, it was a team move instead of just, I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to tag you in, and you're going to do this. It was, we're going to do this together while we have the chance, and then we'll put them away.
I was, I know that they most likely practice with it, but I was like, I hope that their mask doesn't come off.
Oh, I'm expecting it at least
then
one
what
match.
they're going to backpedal with that? I don't know. So,
but seriously, if Primo and Epico just walk out in Matador costumes and they don't put on the big pageantry of the entrance,
right?
You're just like, what the fuck ever. They're in Matador costumes, whatever. Who cares?
And I think give it a few weeks, and the fans will be chanting "Olay" no problem, doing Olay.
Like I don't want to like belabor the point that I was preoccupied. Like, yeah, I said it, but I definitely stopped to pay attention to this, and but I don't remember crowd response. Did they shit on it?
Not really.
No.
I know that they did Primo and Epico, but.
And JBL was like, hey, those two guys kind of look familiar.
I didn't hear that. I didn't hear. I didn't. No, that part. I didn't hear Primo and Epico.
No, the crowd chanting Primo and Epico.
I didn't hear it unless I wasn't paying attention to that.
So what are their new names?
Diego and Fernando?
Okay,
yes, that's it.
Or Diago?
Diago.
Yeah, cool. I mean, hey, I think they're a solid team. I think they're a real solid team, and I think the gimmick's fun. But I don't know how much legs it has. But
one thing I like about it is that they're brought in as a team. They're not, we're just two guys who are thrown together. It's like we're gonna fight as a team. And those two,
they
Primo
always
and Epico,
did feel like a team, though.
Yeah, they gel really well. Like even whenever as Primo and Epico, when they would tag in, they would both hop over the top rope, stomp, tag in, hop over. So they are a solid tag team as opposed to just a mixed, singles competitors put together.
JBL loved that bull, man.
Oh yeah. So
what is it, Torito?
yes, Torito.
Give me my fucking Torito T-shirt right now.
So
that was a cool mask. I mean, that's cool everything he had on, but I would like a mask like that.
I want to see more from Los Matadores to see how they can do in the ring, because the match itself, I felt
it was okay.
Yeah, I felt it was kind of bland actually, but I'd like to see what more they can do. But yeah, so Los Matadores were successful in their debut. So next up, we got to see the promo between Triple H, Stephanie McMahon, and the Rhodes family all coming out. I felt like this promo was kind of awkward, kind of short, just for them to say, hey, if Cody Rhodes and Goldust can defeat Roman Reigns and not Dean Ambrose, but Seth Rollins, you get your jobs back. But if not, all of you all lose everything. You'll all be unemployed. And then,
I feel like Triple H and Stephanie do a good job at being like the authority, but douchey.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how everyone else feels, but I feel like when I hear them and they do all that stuff, I'm like, fuck you.
I feel like they do a good job in context, but I feel like they're very 2D. I don't think they're like three-dimensional characters. Like if I think about it too hard, it seems like they don't really have a purpose to do some of the things they do. Like what did they have to gain for being a dick to like Dusty and that shit? Like
right.
There's no like they don't gain anything out of it. They're just being dicks to be dicks.
Yeah.
Just because they can.
Which I understand some people are dicks just because they can be.
They're power hungry.
But it comes off very two-dimensional to me.
I think it just gets me because I'm like, I know that they're doing their characters and stuff, but I'm like, not like this is like I'm tired of this, but this is like kind of pissing me off a little bit. It kind of gets under my skin just a little bit. The stuff that they're doing, I know it's a storyline, but it just gets me.
Yeah, and I know Doug, you're a big fan of Dusty Rhodes.
Big fan of Goldust as well.
Yeah. Did you understand what Dusty said to Triple H at the end, where he was like, "Oh,
I'll be your Huckleberry"? He said like he wants to be in their corner.
Okay. All right.
I don't know what "I'll be your Huckleberry" means, but
yeah, I was like,
sounded
what?
fucking cool though, didn't it?
Yeah. I love that part when he was talking to Triple H and put his hand right in Stephanie's face.
Yeah.
He sounded fucking cool when he said it though. I don't know. I fucking love Dusty,
I'll
man.
be a Huckleberry.
I'll be your Huckleberry. Yeah, I fucking love Dusty. He's awesome. I don't care. I love Goldust, and I'm turning around on Cody.
Mm-hmm.
If only by like proxy that his brother and dad are
Only
like
by
around.
association that he is the son of the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes.
I don't know, man. He's coming out to the theme and everything, and I'm like, fuck yeah, dude. How can you not smell about that? But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm game. I'm ready to see these guys.
Okay, and shortly thereafter, the Shield did attack Goldust and the rest of the Rhodes family.
They're very into doing that. This is like they want to do like perception based storylines of like they're wanting to push the very like this is what people perceive us as and this is what we're going to give them on TV.
Yeah.
They're very playing into that. They even did the whole like Dusty was only big in Florida and we were shitting on him by giving him a dumb gimmick to come into, and like they put that out. They're like, oh, Dusty, you couldn't even do it with the polka dots, man.
Yeah.
but fucking.
And one thing that kind of made me chuckle was like, wow, this is the COO of a company, and they apparently can't count to 4. They're like, how many chances have we give them? I've lost count. What is it now? 4? Oh, okay.
No, you know, these days, like they're
Because
saying,
there's
like
3
the,
of them, you mean?
Huh?
You mean because like there's 3 of them, so they did 3 chances?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And,
okay, I got
and
you.
he was like, I've lost.
I was like, I don't know.
I've
Did
lost
they get?
count of how many chances we've given you guys.
I was like, I don't know. Did somebody
really?
get 2? I don't know.
It's you can count on one hand.
I'm still trying to get used to the blurred lines, all the stuff that they say, you know, whatever. Because it's like, I don't know, I feel weird about it. All the stuff they say.
Yeah, I mean, it seems to be the direction they want to take now.
Yeah, we're mixing our reality with your reality. You don't know where you are.
Well, it's not so much reality. It's just like these are what fans think happens, and they're
Right.
like how they feel about people based on a perception that they don't necessarily really know to be true. That just they've heard so much that that's what they believe, and it may be true and it may not be, but they're just like pushing that back out. They're just like deflecting it back out for people.
Oh,
to
they're
consume
telling
again.
us stuff we're not supposed to know.
Well, not even that. They're just be like, this is what you think I am, so this is what I'm giving you on TV. Like that kind of thing.
Interesting. So, yeah. So, you know, the Rhodes family accept the challenge if they can defeat Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns. Then they'll get their jobs back. So we'll have to look forward to that. We'll give our BattleGround predictions a little bit later on. Next up, we got to see R-Truth going up against Curtis Axel. And I know with the run that R-Truth has had recently, you know, a good majority of the people watching were like, oh, who's R-Truth losing to this week? But it was not the case. After a
One of the
He was super
commentators,
over.
like bash R-Truth. Did I hear that, or was I wrong? One of the commentators bash R-Truth.
I don't know. I didn't hear it. If he did,
Oh no, I felt like I thought JBL did, but then didn't he sing "What's Up"? I don't know.
he was singing. He was singing that the whole time he was entering the ring. But yeah, after a distraction from CM Punk's music, R-Truth gets the victory over Curtis Axel. And yeah, Doug, like you said, you know, R-Truth was definitely getting a reaction from the crowd.
They were loving him.
So what did y'all
People
think
love
about
that
the
"What's Up" song, and people love him when he does all this. I do like R-Truth. I really do.
It's 10 times better than Get Crunk. But
I don't really care.
I can't remember how Get Crunk goes anymore.
it's
I'm
time
so-
to get crunk.
I'm so used to like what's up that I don't know. I
Yeah.
can't remember Get Crunk. I
just
mean, I know it
remember-
happened, but
I just remember Eve coming out with
did it have a
with him.
callback line like what's up?
something like that.
Because I swear, like because whenever he first did what's up, they're like, oh, he just did the same thing. He has a callback line in it again, right?
Yeah.
But then but now I can't even remember like the other one, and this one seems like infinitely better. Even though
It
the
was
first time we're like, what?
Right time, open parentheses, to get crunk. So, time to get buff. Time to get crunk.
Step it up, knuckle up, blow the roof up. Right time for me to get rough. Right time for me to get crunk. Right time for me to step it up, knuckle up, and blow the roof up. They can't handle the truth.
So there you go. That was right time to get crunk.
It felt like I remembered it as being like easier to sing along to than that for some reason. You know what I mean? Like he changes
Get
it.
crunk.
remember-
Knuckle up. It's time to get
I
crunk.
felt like for
So he
a while
changes
that
it every
people were
line.
confused. They're like, people didn't quite know what the.
Which one it was?
When do I say what's up?
Like, this is not "What's Up." Like, oh, come on, I want to say "What's Up." Though.
Yeah. What's
Whoa,
up? Not
what-
much.
What's up came before that, and then they went back to what's
Yes.
up.
Yeah. Actually, you know, "What's Up" was way before that. That was actually one of his. I know it's his own rap, but he had that when he was in TNA. He threw that music video out when he was in TNA. I remember watching it on the website.
See, I had it fucked up in my head. For some reason I was thinking that one was the old one, and then he came to this one and ended up being better. But no, it was what's up. They
Get
tried
crunk.
it. They tried to go to Get Crunk, and they're like, "Oh, that sucks." And
Yeah.
they're like, "We got to go back to what's
Sort
up."
of like whenever Triple H went from the game to the King of Kings theme. He came out to King of Kings for a while, but he couldn't do his little spit water, he couldn't sync it up to it just right. So they went back to the game theme, and now they use King of Kings as sort of his when I'm not wrestling entrance. So, and my boss actually pointed this out to me. He uses the King of Kings when he's coming out to be a douchebag, and he uses the game theme whenever he's going out to try and set something right. So it was just something my boss kind of noted.
Oh, weird. I'll have to pay more attention to that.
Yeah. Or, I don't know if it was a one-time thing where they just pressed the wrong button, but depending on, supposedly, according to my boss who watches Raw, according to him, whatever theme music he comes out to defines what mood he's going to be in.
I mean, that would be a cool little nod if they'd actually put that much thought
like a
into
little
it.
Easter egg in there.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right.
Yeah, I'll have to pay closer attention.
Yeah. So there you go. So R-Truth ends up getting the victory. Later on in the night, he was backstage trying to get a title match against Curtis Axel. So we'll have to see if that leads into a match at BattleGround for the Intercontinental Championship.
Fuck, put the belt on Truth. God damn.
So yeah, next up we got to see Brie Bella going up against Alicia Fox. Apparently I missed a face turn where the Bella twins are now
All
faces.
Total Divas are faced because they got fucked with by
AJ.
By AJ.
And the other divas.
Was she not? She wasn't on Raw this week, was she?
I don't think so.
AJ?
No, yeah, she was, because she was watching a match and Tamina was with her.
Oh, that's right. She was backstage with Tamina for whatever purpose. Apparently, Tamina's the new bodyguard for her.
Those non-Total Divas hussies.
So, yeah, it was a quick matchup. Brie Bella ends up getting the victory over Alicia Fox. Next up, we got to see backstage Big Show being interviewed, saying, it's hard to be in the position I'm in whenever, everyone says, oh, just do the right thing, do the right thing. Well, it's not so hard. It's not so easy when it's you in that position. I'm having to choose between the lesser of two evils, and I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm going to knock out Triple H when I see him.
I'm going to knock him the fuck out.
And well, I'm sure that's where he would have gone, but,
You should have said that.
it's kind of a PG show. I don't think you want to say that to the crowd. No. But, he did have sort of an awkward face that instantly became a meme sensation over the night.
Yeah, I can't do it.
So it was just kind of.
What was that, a smile?
It was kind of weird. So, but yeah, then he walked off and was looking for Triple H. He stormed into Brad Maddox's office, and then
picked up the little kid.
Yeah, he picked up Brad.
Held
Maddox,
him on the wall.
Held him on a wall. Wanted to beat him up and beat up Triple H. And
you should have punched him.
Then he waited in Triple H's office, and then later on in the night, about 40 minutes later, I believe, the cop showed up saying, "We understand you made a threat against someone, and we're gonna have to arrest you." And Stephanie McMahon came in and said, "Oh, don't worry, I'll vouch for him. He's okay. He's just in a bit of financial trouble." And his wife called and said he's not doing too well in the bed either. So, or at least she implied that. So, so what did you guys think about this Big Show? Seeming to
he should have punched her.
Finally have enough.
Punched Stephanie in the face.
At just the moment he's ready to unleash his fury.
Well, it'd be funny if he punched all the cops and Stephanie in the face.
Yeah, sure. Punch out cops.
Yeah.
Let me know how that works out.
Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, it works all the time, right?
Can we do a spoilers for Grand Theft Auto real quick?
Well, I haven't beaten the campaign yet.
Well, I just want to ask about a specific mission that I keep hearing about, and I want to get.
Okay, what is it?
Can we say spoilers? You probably want to fast forward 5 minutes if you don't want to hear about Grand Theft Auto shit. Okay, spoilers for Grand Theft Auto. So, okay, starting now. So, is the torture mission really that fucked up? Do you waterboard somebody or something?
Haven't been there yet.
I've done a torture mission, and one of them so far. I don't know if there's more than one. It's not that bad. There's this guy in a chair. You either hit him in the knee with the big ass wrench, or you these are shocker things that hook to a battery. You put on his nipples, or
jumper cables.
Yeah, jumper cables. There's some other stuff, but I mean it beats him up, but it doesn't seem that bad. But I read what you're talking about, like something that seems like totally fucking gross.
Yeah.
This one didn't seem that bad. I mean,
I haven't even heard of that.
It's with what's the crazy one?
Trevor.
It's like a
that
Trevor
guy's
one.
nuts.
Yeah, he is. He's awesome.
Yeah, I don't know. It sounds like every time I keep hearing it, people are like, "Whoa, I played that," and I was like, I felt like so not right about myself like afterwards. I mean, I think it's supposed to be one of those things that makes you think about it, like the violence in video games. But I mean, it's a statement for sure. But
Oh no! Another thing I did was I got some pliers and I ripped out the dude's tooth.
Ow.
Yeah, like straight out, and you can hear the noise and stuff. And it was
ow. That's crazy, yo.
Our very own A-Bear pulling
I know,
teeth.
right?
it was all like
He's
this
way into it.
afterwards.
I was like, I keep hearing all these fucked up
you
things.
get to
You're
do
like,
all this
dude,
stuff
you
and-
get to cut his nose off. It's fucking awesome.
Oh no!
You cut his dick off and shove it up his ass, and you say, "Go fuck yourself." Oh wait.
No, another thing. I think also
You monster.
a sledgehammer to the nuts.
That's not so bad.
Yeah, it's nothing.
not
That's
a-
nothing Jackass hadn't done.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know anything. I haven't played any. I'm only gonna play it if it comes to next gen.
I
Right
bet
now,
it
I'm
will.
in
I bet
that-
it will. I bet it will.
It's good stuff.
Yeah, I'm
It's
sure
a
it
good
will.
game.
I'll get around to it. I'm in that playing that
Yeah.
good, clean,
Wonderful.
family-friendly, wonderful 101, and it's fucking awesome.
I gotta
You should go
watch
play
it.
If you got a Wii, you should go play it.
Teeth pulling and all that. Yeah. So there you go. So what did you think about Big Show nearly snapping?
Well, I think like they're trying to show a lot of range with him, like as a character, and I think that's fine if the platform allows it. And I don't think that the platform that they're trying to show the ranging character allows for that. Just the rules don't match up, like with what they're trying to let him portray. Like it doesn't work with the medium, you know. I think it's too much for what they're allowed to pull off on a wrestling show.
Gotcha.
I don't think it works.
All right. So the next matchup we got to see Alberto Del Rio going up against Zack Ryder.
Zack Ryder back with the short hair, huh?
Yeah.
Whoops,
And
excuse me.
you know,
That's my hiccups. That's my hiccup.
so
Oh, that's the face. There's a Big Show
That's
face.
the face. That's the odd face of the Big Show.
Do that face, Doug.
I don't know.
It looks like he just smelled something bad.
But anyway, so we got to see Alberto Del Rio going up against Zack Ryder. A quick matchup. Del Rio picks up the victory. I don't know what to really say about that. But next up, we got to see Paul Heyman come out with Ryback, and you know, he proposes to Ryback, saying, "Will you be a Paul Heyman guy?" And you know, it was such a weird vibe that he was kind of giving off, and you know, the wording that he was doing with it, with you know, I talked to my children about this and all that, you know, kind of making it seem like it was going to be a, you know, sort of a marriage proposal. But
I was
you know,
really thinking. I know he was going to say something different. But I
Right.
was thinking, I was like, "Will you marry me?" Say that. Will you marry me? Say it. Say it.
I thought he might have been like saying, "Will you be my partner for business?" or something like that. And then I was kind of like, "Oh, he's gonna go and say, will you be a Paul Heyman guy?" But yeah, you know, I don't know. What do you think about it, Doug?
I'm not a fan of this.
Yeah.
I don't like the fact that they purposely used homosexuality to try and get heat. They played it like that on purpose.
Yeah.
And
Everyone
I don't
online
think
were
it's-
saying, "Oh, it's Billy and Chuck all over again."
no, I mean, I think it's fucked up. I think, like, come on, Darren Young just came out of the closet and we handled that so well. I thought we were fucking above this shit.
Right.
You don't play homosexuality for heat. Like, they didn't say, this was not at all character based. This was them saying they were acting like they were gay or whatever, and they were expecting people to boo them based on the fact that they were acting as if they were homosexuals. This is not cool. This is not progressive. This is not like when Nirvana went out wearing dresses to creep out the jock dudes in the crowd who were fucking homophobes. They weren't saying like, "Here, you homophobe, like deal with your like insecurities." This was them. They weren't trying to creep out the people who are offended by homosexuality. They're trying to say, "Boo homosexuality." That's fucked up, and like I don't want any part of it. I don't think it was cool at all.
Okay.
It's like the total opposite. This isn't like punk rock bands where like dudes making out with each other to make like all the homophobes in the crowd creeped out and weird about being there and make them confront their own feelings about stuff. They're saying, boo this because we're acting like we're gay.
Right.
And that is not cool.
Okay. Not to mention it's the first week that they're, aligning themselves with the Susan G. Komen and all that. So it's like, you're going to have a big female demographic tune in to show their support for the, second year of them doing this. And then, they go out and do something like that. It's
How do you know that they were going for that, though? How'd you feel
Because
like it?
they weren't saying like, okay, I tried to put it in the best context I could with like, say like Nirvana wore dresses. Nirvana went out and say they played in dresses because they reached a point in their career where the audience in the crowd did not come from the same place and did not share the same ideas as them. And they were like offended that so many like meathead assholes were in the crowd who didn't believe in the same things they did, i.e. like everybody's is cool, like homosexuality is a good thing. So they're confronting them by saying like, they're confronting them to make them deal with their issues because they don't want to be a part of that. But what Paul Heyman did is they're playing it for heat. They're heels and they're saying they weren't saying hey you homophobic assholes, deal with your feelings and your own insecurities. They were saying boo us because we're acting like we're gay. That's a reason you shouldn't like us.
I didn't feel that way though.
Well, how do you think they played?
I don't know. Like I understand that they were doing that and like, but I didn't feel like they were trying to, hey, we're gay, so boo us or whatever. I just thought they're booing because they don't like them, and they're just doing that. It was a weird proposal, but I don't know. I didn't feel that way.
Okay.
I saw the look in people's faces in the front row, and I saw like outraged at homosexuality in people's faces.
I wonder where they were this past
I don't
week.
know.
Anyways.
I don't know. I don't see how else you thought that could have been played. They weren't playing it for like I don't understand how someone could have took something else away from that. I mean
I don't see the way. I mean, I see your point, whatever, but I didn't see why they would,
I'm not trying to write off your point. I just want to better understand it. If there is one.
I'm not gonna explain. I guess maybe I didn't look at the crowd or whatever from like from the vibe, but I just feel like I didn't take it that way. I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I felt like I heard some boos, and I felt like I saw some outrage in some faces. That's just me. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't see I don't see another possible way they were angling that. Like they certainly weren't feeling like they weren't like. I just don't see it. Like I feel like if the purpose was to shame the crowd, then it would. I don't know how to word what I'm trying to say. Like I feel like if they were trying to shame the crowd, they wouldn't be playing it for a negative reaction. They would be like more confrontational about it. Like this is us, deal with it or whatever.
Well,
but
how do you think the crowd would react if it were two faces being in that scenario?
I think it depends on the context. I think it depends on what the faces have done. Was it an expression of love?
Well, I mean, like, what if it's like the same scenario, but in this case, Paul Heyman and Ryback are faces? Say, Paul Heyman is about to get beat up by a heel, and Ryback decided to.
Well, all that stuff's fine. I'm talking about explicitly playing with like a gay marriage proposal. I feel like it wasn't them just being like. I'm trying to figure out like a good way to word what I'm trying to say.
Well, see, where I'm going with is like, when it's CM Punk saying I'm a Paul Heyman guy, fans get pumped up because they're like, this guy,
Right.
This guy did some good. So I'm where my mindset is if we have the exact same scenario, but the roles were reversed where Ryback, came to defend Paul Heyman and rescue him from being attacked by a heel, where he comes out and says, will you be a Paul Heyman guy? I think the fans would be cheering in that situation. But just because they're heels and they're like, we don't want to see, we want to see Paul Heyman get his comeuppance,
I just felt like on a very like base level, I felt like it was exploitative, like on purpose. Like that was. Give me a minute. I'm trying to put together my words. Like I want to be able to express how I'm feeling like the right way.
Okay.
I just feel like God damn it. I mean, so we're so you guys don't feel like it was played for booze.
I don't know. I think
you felt like they just went out there and be like, "Oh, it's no big deal. You want to be a Paul Heyman guy? Cool."
Well, I felt like they tried to do it to try and make some people feel a little awkward because, like who talks about that?
They did a different way, but I didn't necessarily taking a shot maybe at like the gay thing or whatever.
I don't think that they I'm not
as using it to get booze. That would
I felt like they were using it for heat, and I think I don't understand how I don't understand an opposing like opinion on they were using it for heat.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like their job is to get heat, and I felt like they were like Heyman's a popular guy. People like want to cheer Heyman, so they have to come up with creative ways for people to want to boo Heyman. I felt like they thought that this would get them some boos. I don't know why. I feel like that's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
I certainly felt like I undeniably feel like it was played for heat, and I feel like in essence that's wrong because if you're saying like this is a reason to boo someone, you're saying boo homosexuality. Like I don't feel like it wasn't just like hey we're being ourselves or like we're even in a righteous like confrontational way. I just don't. It's just not the feeling I get from it. It feels like they're played it for heat. Like I don't know.
I mean, I can see where you're coming from, but I'm sort of with Tyler on this one. I don't really feel like that was their main intention. Like, yeah, wrestling has a long history of making people feel uncomfortable about homosexuality and stuff like that. I mean, take Goldust for instance. That was one of his main traits to make you feel uncomfortable. But I feel like that if the roles were reversed, it would be, not that big of an issue. And it didn't seem like
to me it's intent. It's less. I feel like there are fucked up people in the crowd no matter what. Like they would if someone would be. I feel I'm not even going on crowd reaction. I'm thinking intent on their part. Like their intention with this was to use this to garner heat, and I think that's wrong.
Okay. Well, I mean, if that's what they were intending to do, yeah, I can see. I would say, yeah, that was wrong.
It's certainly what. Okay, what is the? Okay, your job as a pro wrestler is to get a reaction from the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel that they were in their current characters and their current roles going out there trying to elicit a positive response or a negative response?
They were trying to get booed regardless of what it took.
So in order to get booed, they're saying, what is a good way for us to go out there and get booed? And this is what they came up with?
I don't know. I just, it was just an odd situation, I think. I don't know.
I mean, I feel like very baseline being a pro wrestler is you're going out there to get a reaction.
It was, I mean, it was, all it was a play on words, because at any point in time before that, he could have said, oh, I have a business proposal, but they decided to, kind of make people go, wait, what?
I think they've planted the seeds. They were playing on this with the kiss and everything.
Yeah.
That could do, yeah.
So
this is where they're going. People reacted poorly, or
it was just he rescued me.
People reacted unfavorably to the kiss from the other week.
Yeah,
and they said, "Oh, it's hard to get people to not like Heyman. Let's run with what we have." It's just how I feel. I cannot shake the unmistakable feeling that they played it for heat, and I feel like if that's what you chose to play for heat, that is wrong.
Okay,
it's just my opinion. Like, I mean, you guys are welcome to feel how you will. Yeah. I don't feel like it.
Right.
I'm not attacking anybody.
No,
I'm saying like I'm not attacking your opinion or
right.
anyone else's. I'm saying I felt like there's no way that they did not know what they were doing.
Yeah.
And in knowing what they were doing, it was wrong.
Right. Okay. This would actually be a really good topic to hear from our listeners. Weigh in on this discussion on our Facebook page in the comments or our YouTube page, WNS Video. Let us know what you think about this segment. If you thought it was wrong or if you were okay with it. Either way, whatever your opinion is, it's your opinion. Let us know.
I kind of like that for once we got genuine debate between us instead of oh yeah, okay, whatever, go
yeah, it was fine, whatever. Yeah. But yeah, so but shortly after that, before we can actually get a response from Ryback, we got to see CM Punk's music queued up again. He comes out through the crowd, hops over the barricade, and falls over, and his knee is hurt, and he can hardly stand up. And for a while there, I was like, he's laying down for a very long time. Like, he might have actually hurt himself. And, even him looking at...
I felt like that, yeah, it suckered me in, too.
Yeah, I've for a while there, I was like, okay, the plan was for him to maybe fake an injury or something, and then, get Paul to say, okay, Ryback, go attack him or something, or, anything like that. But he didn't, and the fact that Paul Heyman stood in the ring next to Ryback, and they just stood there and they watched, and Punk shaking his head no to Cole and the doctors and all that, trying to shake it off, and then he kind of got up to the ring, looks at Paul Heyman, kind of shakes his head no, like that. This segment isn't going to finish right. Like, we can't finish the segment. Those moments right there made me buy into that CM Punk might have actually gotten injured. Like, I don't know how, maybe just caught his foot and ran and jammed his knee or something, but the looks that he was giving made me buy into it. And the injury that he sold took quite a while for him to get to the ring. So that was another reason why they were just like, dude, you just got to, just get to the ring. You got to finish this. But anyways, he ends up attacking Ryback, Paul Heyman, Curtis Axel, much to the delight of the crowd. But what did you guys think about that?
Yeah, I bit it whenever, because I was like, is this real? I was like, this seems real. I was like, I don't know though. But then I was like, I don't know. But I don't know what I'm trying to say.
Okay. How about you, Doug?
I mean, I noticed that he was on the ground for a bit. I didn't think too long and too hard about any of it. I was hashtagging shit.
Chikara.
Yeah.
Okay. But
he's faking. I'm gonna turn over here. Were you doing this stuff on your phone or your computer?
So there you go.
Your computer is. Do you use your computer?
Not while watching TV.
Oh yeah,
it's set up in the kitchen.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Okay. So next up, we got to see the Shield going up against Dolph Ziggler and the Usos. I don't remember a whole lot about this match. I do remember the end with the sickening spear from Roman Reigns to Dolph Ziggler for the win. But what did you guys think about the matchup?
Yeah, I mean, I felt like it was totally fine. I don't feel like I have much to comment about it.
Okay.
I didn't get to see this one.
Okay. But yeah, so the Shield ended up being victorious on it. Just a sickening spear once again from Roman Reigns. He's definitely got one of the best spears that I've seen in a while. Next up, we got to see, I felt like this was definitely a filler match. Santino Marella going up against Antonio Cesaro. They showed, highlights from SmackDown where Cesaro did the spin to Titus O'Neil, and he recreated that with Santino Marella. Didn't he do that when Santino returned as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Titus is a big motherfucking dude. Though.
Yeah.
That is a massive man.
And for him to be able to spin him that many times, I think they said like 25 or something like that.
I mean, Santino's not a small dude, but Titus is a big fucking dude.
Yeah. He's a big, lanky, bulky guy. So, but yeah, the matchup was what it was, and, Santino had his humorous points and ended up getting the victory. You could see some frustration in Cesaro's face and Jack Swagger looking frustrated as well as...
I thought they were going to use it as a way for him to for them to break it up again, like get him out of the group. But I don't necessarily know why they would at this point. Like it's kind of like why would they have even done it in the first place? You know,
You're dead weight, Cesaro. You can't win anything because he hasn't won very much lately. So that'd be the reason, I guess. I don't know. We need the true American Jack Swagger, not some guy who wants to be American.
probably going back to Chikara. I mean, that's what I'm just saying. That's where he's probably going back.
It doesn't exist anymore, Doug. Let it die.
It does. I am.
Let
Chikara.
it die.
I am Chikara. It
Do
exists.
yourself a favor. Just take some bookings, okay?
Just whatever it is, lower your asking price. Just take some bookings. All right, man? We'll get, come with us. We'll take you somewhere. We'll get you in like a Rumble or something. It's okay. It'll be okay, Doug. We're here to look out for you. Tyler and I've got your back. Isn't that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got Icarus' back, son.
So next up, we got to see the ending of Raw, the Randy Orton, Daniel Bryan face off. Typical yelling at one another. Then they brawl. Brie Bella comes out to try and convince Randy Orton not to attack Daniel Bryan, but he does anyways. Then throws him up on top of the table, gives him an RKO, and just all out chaos, I guess, with Brie Bella tending to Daniel Bryan to close out the show. What did you guys think about it?
I thought it was a fun closing segment. Anytime Bryan shows intensity, it always certainly perks me up. I'm like, oh, okay, what's up? He can definitely draw me in when he wants to. When he says something, you can tell he believes. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was a fun way to close out the show.
Okay. So all in all, not too bad. And that takes us into the BattleGround predictions, which, again, is this Sunday. I know it snuck up on me, too. The kickoff show, Dolph Ziggler going up against Damian Sandow because why?
No reason.
No reason.
Miz is busy.
Miz is busy? Yeah. It would have been the pre-show if Miz would have been on it. So, yeah. But who are you guys going to pick on this one?
Sandow.
Sandow? How about you, Doug?
I'll take Ziggler.
I'll take Ziggler for the win because they have to make Mr. Money in the Bank look weak, right?
Yeah.
That's what the habit of them doing? Okay.
Not necessarily.
That's what they have them doing. When has a Money in the Bank winner looked strong?
Dolph Ziggler needs to lose and lose and lose, and he'll eventually later on down the line prove himself, but not now.
That's what he did. They made him lose and lose and lose and lose, and then let him cash in.
Yeah, when he got that one win over Dean Ambrose.
And it was a total surprise.
Guess what? He's still going to lose. He's going to lose again.
Yep. So, all right, Tyler, since you're the odd man out on this prediction, we'll let you pick up the next matchup.
Cody Rhodes and Goldust versus Roman Reigns.
Excuse me? Cody Rhodes and Goldust with...
their
you fucking shortchanged Dusty.
With their father, Dusty Rhodes.
The American Dream.
Address him by his proper fucking title, Aver. Come on, get with it.
The American Dream,
Mr.
Dusty
Hard
Rhodes.
Times.
He's going to be their Huckleberry.
No, he's going to be Triple H's Huckleberry.
I don't even know what the fuck that means.
I don't either, but I know that much. I'm gonna Google it. Figure that out.
Huckleberry Hound
versus Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins.
I'll be your Huckleberry. All right, so who are you gonna pick to win this one?
It's tough, man. It's like I want.
Stipulation is if Cody Rhodes and Goldust win, they get reinstated in the WWE. If they lose,
Cody Rhodes and Goldust,
they get nothing. Dusty Rhodes gets fired.
I'm gonna pick Cody Rhodes and Goldust.
Cody Rhodes and Goldust for the win. All right, how about you, Doug?
Hold on.
Okay. I'll go with Cody Rhodes and Goldust to win as well because why would you shortchange Cody Rhodes? Why would you?
Later on, they'll be fired. And later on, out of nowhere, they come out of the crowd. They're going to fight the Shield again. And guess what? Another match, and they're going to get back in the WWE.
All right. Whatever.
Okay. The phrase, I'm your Huckleberry. Apparently, it's 19...
What's your source on this one?
Urban Dictionary.
Okay, good. Good man.
Are you good with that?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
19th century slang, which was popularized by the movie Tombstone, which is a kick-ass movie, and I don't remember anyone saying this in it. And I'm not a big Western guy, but Tombstone was awesome. It says it means I'm the man you're looking for. Nowadays, it's usually used as a response to a threat or a challenge, as in the movie. Example given is who thinks they can beat me, and then the response would be
I'll be your Huckleberry. I'm gonna start saying that at work. People are like, what the fuck? I'm like, I'll be your Huckleberry.
Click. Oh shit.
And I'm taking the fucking Rhodes Dynasty, son. What?
All right, so there you go. All three of us picking the Rhodes Dynasty, Rhodes family to win. So, Doug, how about you pick up the next one? Who
Against Dusty Rhodes, baby.
So who's going to be the next matchup that we're going to base our predictions on? Not a whole lot of matches in this one. Only 5 announced at the time of this recording, which we haven't read the SmackDown spoiler, so there could be more announced. So.
Take the women's.
Women's, all right. AJ Lee versus Brie Bella for the Divas Championship. Who are you going to go with?
I don't know. Do you think you guys sold me on this? Do you think that they're gonna play up the power couple because they did the whole like married thing? Do you think they put the belt on Brie?
Okay, well they're also doing that, but when is Total Divas coming back? November. I don't know.
More than a month away.
They could play up the power couple. I don't know.
I don't know. I guess I'm gonna say AJ, but I think they could possibly put it on Brie.
All right. So you're going with AJ.
Going with AJ.
Wouldn't be surprised if they give it to Brie.
Wouldn't be surprised.
All right.
I'll be your Huckleberry.
Oh, God. I'll say AJ for the time being, I guess.
I can't for the time being.
For the time being.
Okay, y'all both got
I'll be AJ until I decide
AJ.
to change my mind.
Nope, y'all are
Yes.
AJ. Nope, y'all are AJ.
Yeah, I'm gonna be a man and call it. Be a man, Hogan.
Be a man.
I got AJ.
Brie Bella.
I'm what?
Is that your final answer?
Final answer, Brie Bella.
I'm Brie.
Okay.
Brie Bill.
Brie mode.
Brie mode.
I'm gonna take AJ.
All right. So we'll have to see how that plays out. Let's see. Next up, we'll do CM Punk versus Ryback. This one has an odd feud. It's going to eventually build towards Hell in a Cell.
CM Punk versus Ryback, Curtis Axel, and Paul Heyman.
Yeah. I would think Punk gets the win via disqualification, unless they change the rules and make it no disqualification, which they've had a habit of doing here recently. In which case, I would say Ryback gets the win.
Are we qualifying all our picks now?
I'm just saying.
Taking Ryback.
Ryback. Okay.
Ryback.
Okay. So I'm hungry. So yeah. So Tyler, go ahead and knock out the next one. One of the championship matches.
Alberto Del Rio versus RVD.
RVD. So and it's gonna be a hardcore match.
Hardcore match.
So RVD specialty is what they're playing up.
Alberto Del Rio.
Del Rio. All right. How about you, Doug?
Del Rio.
Del Rio for me as well. So why would you hype up a match that's supposed to be RVD's specialty unless he's going to lose it? So, So there you go.
Well, I don't follow your train of thought there.
Well, it's like, they put Edge in ladder matches and they're like, oh, I'm the king of ladder matches. I can't be beat. And then, lo and behold, he loses in it.
Yeah, but he's won some ladder matches.
I know, but,
It's not a foregone conclusion.
But what they did is they based his career saying, oh, he's the king of the ladder matches. Oh, he's the best at ladder matches. Or TLC matches or whatever kind of match it was that they said, he's dominant in. And, then they try and say like, oh, he can't be beat. And then he gets beaten.
Yeah, but it's not necessarily a foregone conclusion. They always hype the streak up, but Taker never.
That's Undertaker. Come on. That's 21 years of kick-assery.
He's got the streak, and he got the streak.
He can't be beat, ladies and gentlemen. So there you go. That's where my mindset is on that one, but you never know. So final matchup, Daniel Bryan versus Randy Orton for the WWE Championship. Who are you guys going to go with?
Daniel Bryan.
One? Daniel Bryan again. 3-time WWE champion for grand
so
total
he
of
can
less
get
than
the
a
title
day.
taken away from him.
Okay. How about you, Doug?
I can see them going either way here.
Mm-hmm.
If they go Bryan, they can't. I don't think they can do shenanigans though. I don't think they can survive. I don't think the crowd will tolerate them having a false finish with him winning
Riot.
for them to take right off, or for him to be champion over the night and for them to fuck with him again on Raw. I do not think the fans will tolerate that. If they put it on Bryan, they gotta fucking put it on Bryan.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Bryan. Fuck it, Bryan.
All right.
I'm betting
Now-
on boy.
I've heard, I want to throw this idea at you guys before I give my prediction. I've heard a rumor going around that this match is going to end in a no contest, double disqualification, double count out, whatever, what may have you.
Definitely see that.
It's going to end in a draw, leading us to the fallout, the final payoff being at Hell in a Cell. So would you guys be willing to say that this match is a draw?
Yeah, I can definitely see that.
Yeah?
I don't think they can't put it in the main event though if they do that. I don't think they can.
They're going to, regardless of whether they should or not.
I think that's tough. I mean, I don't know.
It's a very tough call,
It is.
which is why I'm taking it. I'm going to say it's going to end in a draw. Or
Yeah, I mean,
a double, where there is no solid winner. Or maybe Daniel Bryan wins, but it's by disqualification, so he doesn't get the championship.
I mean, I can see any number of those type of scenarios playing out.
Okay.
But I feel weird that we have to qualify like every fucking pick that we say.
No, I mean, I'm just throwing it out there. I'm just going to say that there will be no WWE champion at the end of BattleGround.
Yeah, I could definitely see that.
Okay. That's what my pick is. Neither. So let us know what your predictions are for BattleGround on our Facebook page, WNS Podcast. We do have some hot topics for you. Want to send a special congratulations out to Trish, who gave birth to her baby boy, Maximus, over the night, Monday night. So congratulations. Woohoo. Baby boy. Also, the WWE creative team supposedly is considering repackaging, guess who? Wade Barrett. Haven't seen him on TV in a while. It looks like they're going to try and repackage him again. So what are you guys' thoughts on Wade Barrett getting another
Third time's the
repackaging?
charm?
One can hope. I don't know. How about you, Doug?
I don't know. I'm fucking Chikara though.
You are? You're like, Chikara, yeah. So, shake weight. So there you go. Time to go into the Q&A portion of the show. Your questions, our answers. First and only question coming to us from Thomas Drop It Low, son.
Drop it low, son. Drop it low, son.
Saying, hey guys, if you could have 3 items from film, TV, video games, what would you choose to have? I would go for Portal Gun, Batclaw, and Hammer of Thor.
Bullshit. First of all, listen, let me just say it's called Mjolnir, okay, first of all. And second of all, you couldn't
can't pick it up.
You couldn't pick it up. You're not fucking worthy, Lawson. You're awesome, dude. We love you.
Solid in my book.
You're not fucking worthy of picking up Mjolnir. You couldn't. First of all, it's Mjolnir. Second of all,
Meow.
you couldn't have it because you couldn't pick it up. Bullshit.
Did he say meow meow?
Yeah, I remember that. No, that was part of a skit.
Okay, so what 3 items from film, TV, or video games would you want to have? If anything. You can have up to 3 items.
I got mine.
All right, Tyler.
Okay. The 11th Doctor's screwdriver.
Lame.
Second is Green Lantern ring.
Who are you, Noah?
And fuck, I lost my train of thought. What was the third one?
That's so not cool.
Oh, damn it. I just had it too.
You have 1 to go.
Yeah, thank you. Crap. Y'all be thinking too. Oh, I just had it.
How about you, Doug?
I'm a thinking.
I'm a thinking. All right. I'd say my first one would be Tony Stark's bank account. That would be the first one that I would have access to his bank account.
I'm still in your shit when I drop mine on you. You go ahead and have whatever you want because I'm going to take it from y'all once I drop mine on you.
You're taking the bank account?
Yeah, fuck yeah. I'm taking everything.
Oh. Okay, the bank account. Let's see. Tyler, have you come up with your third yet?
got it. I'm still trying to think of it.
Still thinking. The Cosmic Cube,
No.
Silver Surfer's surfboard.
I don't think it was anything with Marvel.
Tony Stark's bank account. The cell phone from Grand Theft Auto where you can just spawn a helicopter out of nowhere. That'd be pretty cool.
iFruit.
Sure. Yes. Yes. iFruit. Yes. It's a real thing, folks. Download the free app on your smartphone.
Oh, I remember it.
Okay.
The Green Ranger's flute sword.
Dragon. Dagger. Dude.
Dragon dagger.
You want to play the Green Ranger's flute? And I support that.
All right, Doug. What are your things?
I'm taking Infinity Gauntlet. Taking Ultimate Nullifier. And it doesn't even fucking matter what the fucking 30 is because I'm gonna take all y'all
Beef
shit.
taco.
Yes, I'm taking all y'all shit with the mad crazy power that I have. I'm gonna rule the fucking universe, and I'm gonna be awesome at it.
Let's see. What would be my third item?
How about change from the Green Lantern ring
No, I
to the
don't want
White
anything-
Lantern ring?
I don't want anything lanterns. Lord.
Green Lantern ring.
You
You know you want to be a Red Lantern. Be Rage.
Superman's ability to fly. That'd be cool.
That's not a thing. That's a power.
It's a thing.
It's not a thing.
It's an item.
It's not a tangible item.
Ah, God.
I don't have a third either. I'm thinking too.
You can
Here's a beef
own.
taco.
You,
I
hey,
don't get that.
you want Superman's underwear?
No.
Yes.
I don't want that.
Why don't you take Noah's V for Vendetta mask?
No. I don't want anything that Noah has.
Can I pick Noah as my slave? I want no. I'm gonna have a
Is
Noah.
he from film, TV, or video games? Has he was
Noah-
in a commercial. That's
He was
TV.
in that commercial. Yes,
You get Noah.
I get Noah.
Noah was in a commercial for our local comic book store. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he was talking to a chick.
Yeah, he was. Or
No, he
was
wasn't.
mouthing to a chick.
No, he
Mouthing
wasn't.
off.
No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't.
He was looking at that comic book.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah, he has
I'm
an interest.
taking Noah and I'm gonna make him wear Princess Leia's gold bikini.
God. Oh my
Get
God.
behind him and squeeze his belly and go, no, no.
Let's see. What was my second item? Oh yeah. So I want Tony Stark's bank account access. What was the second thing that I wanted?
Why don't you take Tony Stark's suit?
I can build them. I can have him build them with his own money, which I now have access to.
Why would he? Why? He would just go build some new crazy thing and make a bunch of more money. Why would he need to talk to you about anything?
But I would have
need
access
to
to it, so I'd have access to that money.
I do like that portal gun, man.
Yeah, the
pretty
portal gun would be good, but you would have to also have the shoes to go with it. Otherwise, your legs would break. So there's a catch to that. So that's how they get you. So Tony Stark's bank account, the phone that can spawn cars and planes and helicopters. That would be cool. Let's see. So that's film and video games. What's something from TV that I could have?
TV.
Yeah.
Can't get Noah. He already took Noah.
I know I can't have Noah. Damn it.
You can get Kit from what's that?
Knight Rider.
Yeah.
Nah, it's all right. I don't know. I'll just take two things, and I'll be happy with that. So thanks for the question.
Thomas will not be happy with that.
Oh, well, he
I
can.
want you to drop it low.
He can drop it low, son. So there you go. Thanks for the questions. Submit your questions. Head on over to our Facebook page, WNS Podcast. Also, check us out on YouTube, WNS Video. Check us out on WrestlingNewsSource.com and WrestlingNewsSource.com on Facebook. And subscribe to us on iTunes, Wrestling News Source Podcast.
If you want to follow us on Twitter, is at WNS
Tyler
Podcast, and
Abear.
for the main site, WN Source. For the main source,
At Tyler.
WNS site.
At Tyler Abear. Or is it Tyler
There's an
_Abear?
underscore.
Tyler at Tyler _Abear.
It's something.
Yeah. Oh, we'll figure it out one of these days.
Yeah, do all that shit now.
Yeah,
do it
this-
right now. Let me
Tyler
tell
_Abear.
you know, usually we ask really nice. We
Stitcher.
ask you so nicely if you could go and rate and review and subscribe and like and share. We ask you so nicely, but I'm just gonna be a fucking dick about it and be like, look, if you sat all the way through this show, how many episodes have we done?
143 now.
143 episodes of at least an hour apiece. At least. At least.
Yeah.
Some of them close to 2 hours.
Some of them
One
significantly
of them over 2 hours.
All that time added up, you can take 3 minutes and go give us an iTunes review or whatever the fuck happens on Stitcher, or fucking hit a like or follow us somewhere or subscribe on YouTube or all that bullshit. You can do all that in like under 5 minutes. So if you're listening to this show, go do that shit. It only takes you 5 minutes. You can do all that fucking shit. And, we'll keep cranking these fuckers out.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Do it.
Also on our page.
If you don't, you're an asshole.
Yeah.
Well,
Also leave on the page that if you think Icarus should get some bookings.
drop his rate, son.
How much you guys talk a bunch of shit about shit you don't know nothing about?
I don't know what you're talking about. We know everything about that.
Nope. I know
Tyler
everything.
was talking earlier whenever you went to go get a drink and run to the bathroom or were outside for a prolonged period of time. He was talking about how he knows more about Chikara than you do.
I do not remember that, but
See,
I wasn't outside. I didn't even go outside.
It was for a brief moment. It was whenever we were getting the drinks.
Daniel lied.
I heard him saying it. He likes to lie over here, this guy.
I wish he did. I didn't see A-Bear hashtag and I am Chikara, though.
I'm trying to get used to Twitter.
Trying to. So there you go. So yeah, definitely leave us a review, give us a 5-star rating if you could. That would be awesome. We would certainly appreciate it. So there you go. For the podcast crew, I am Daniel Heron.
I'm Tyler Abear.
Be your Huckleberry.
And we'll catch you all next week.